Good morning, folks, and welcome to another edition of the First Family of Las Vegas's daily free winner show, brought to you by the best website on the planet, your one-stop sports betting shop, SportsMemo. We've got a great show, guys. I got a lot of announcements, but we have an all-star Tuesday cast. We've got Jesse Schul, Eric Pauly, Jeff Michaels. Happy Tuesday, gentlemen. How is everybody doing today?
Feeling great, Joe. Happy to be here with you.
Guys, as you know, Jesse is acting as my temporary wife and my co-host while Dionne is ill. Jeff Michaels has been nice enough while Dionne is on the sideline. It's not stopping her from winning, guys. We'll get into that in a minute. Jeff has been nice enough to come on a bunch of shows. And Eric is here with us. I know a couple of times in the last month or so, because Dionne and I were sick, we had to cancel some Tuesdays. But Eric is here, fresh off a new haircut. Eric, I want to ask you one question. You know, I'm follically challenged. Did you pick up the hair they cut off so you could mail it to me? I could glue it to my head.
I not only just mine, everybody in the barbershop this morning. I got a big
I love it. I love it. I could. Now, you know, in about a week, I'm going to go on vacation a few weeks from now. Maybe I'll come back with like dreadlocks or something. I think it's a good look for me. Jeff is laughing. He likes that. My friends, Dionne's not here today, as you know. She's been out for a bit, so prayers to the prettier half of the First Family. We miss you, honey. But on a positive note, guys, it is not stopping her from being number one in the WNBA thus far. She has a discount, a 1-month WNBA package, just $59. Use code WNBA30. But we're lucky to have Jesse filling in today as my co-host. I appreciate him. Guys, I want to tell you, you know, Jesse and I have been friends for decades, and we have a lot of fun on air. Give great content. Jesse's one of the best in the world at on these shows. He really is as entertaining as he is informative. But I want to make a formal thank you to Jesse. You know, there are guys, sometimes they have a flat tire, their kids go to the dentist, maybe they're not feeling well, whatever. They can't do a show. 5 minutes before showtime, I could hit Jesse up and say, can you fill in? Absolutely. This week, Dionne's not feeling well, and I didn't want to just give you a headache with my voice, with my hoarse voice this week. So I figured Jesse could mix it up a little bit. I said, Jesse, can you fill in? He said, absolutely. So, Jesse, I want to give a formal shout-out, thank you to Jesse Schul, because, you know, not only is he one of the best handicappers on the planet, he's one of the most professional guys, and he's a joy to work with. And for you people in the business, you know how rare it is to find someone like Jesse. So, Jesse, thank you for being my co-host this week. I want to thank Eric and Jeff for being here. Couple other quick announcements, guys. Jesse, by the way, I just realized with Eric and Jeff on the show, I just realized this. I feel like me and you are just showing up to the game. They're the starting players in the regular game, and we're there for Old Timers Day, because we're more than, as Jeff Michaels quoted last week, I'm more than twice his age. So me and you, like, we're just there for Old Timers Day, and they're the current lineup. Am I right, Jess?
You got a couple of days left.
We appear to be the coaching staff here.
Yeah, right. As I'm working on the field with a walker or a cane, poor Jeffy's running out to the mound. Eric Pauly's got his haircut. He looks great. He didn't send me any hair. I'm still pissed at that. But anyway, guys, we like to have fun, but we have some great content for you. A couple of quick items. SportsMemo is so close. We are a hair away from the milestone of 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. Please hit that subscribe button. We want to hit that yesterday, but we definitely want to hit it by this weekend, and you could help us do just that. Also, my friends, tune in later today to Full Count, SportsMemo's MLB betting coverage show. John Ryan's going to be hosting. Join him, Jeff Michaels, a.k.a. JM Sports, and Rocky Atkinson. So don't make any of your final MLB betting decisions until you tune to that. We've got some great football discounts, my friends. We have the lowest price we're going to be putting out for a combo between college and pro football, $7.99. You use code football100. That'll be scrolling the entire show. I want you to know you also have a chance at some great wager bucks. If you want to dip your toe before you dive into the football waters, SportsMemo put up a great preseason football discount. I'll tell you this, man. Don't dismiss preseason football. It's like dismissing like the Orioles or the Reds during baseball season. There's gold in them dark hills. Just got to pick your spots. Also, I'm on fire in MLB. I think 11-3 run, and Dionne's killing it. She's up on the leaderboards 3-7-30 days. They've given us a great 7-day MLB discount, just $49 for Dionne and myself. Use code SWING49. But today is Tuesday, and I got to tell you, SportsMemo, because of them, Tuesdays aren't just for tacos anymore. 3 incredible cappers, 2 of which are on the show. Eric Pauly and Jesse Schul, along with the First Lady of Las Vegas, our feature cappers for $2 Tuesday. You go over to SportsMemo, buy each one of their big games for today for just $2, or get the 3 of them together for $5. You can get a lap dance on Boulder Highway Strip Club for $5, and trust me, you haven't seen the strippers over there. I'm pleading the fifth on that one, guys. So without any further ado, guys, before the show, and I hate to do things off the cuff because we didn't prepare for this, but before the show, Jesse and I were talking in the waiting room, and we said how football's around the corner, these great discounts SportsMemo's offering. And he actually told me, he says, Joe, football's going on right now. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't do CFL, but I asked him if he could just briefly touch on Canadian football. So, Jesse, if you don't mind, I know this is a little impromptu. Can you give us a little breakdown on CFL? Because you're an expert every year. You're the leader or amongst the leaders in it. If you give us a breakdown, I'd appreciate it.
Absolutely, Joe. I wouldn't have time to give you a power rankings for NFL or college football, but given that it's only a 9-team league in the CFL, I can quickly run down the power rankings for you. Starting with my hometown, the BC Lions, off to a 2-0 start. They've scored 103 points in those 2 games. Canadian quarterback Nathan Rourke, the former Ohio Bobcat, has thrown for 7 passing touchdowns. And what's really stuck out to me about those touchdowns is almost every single one of them, the receiver was wide open in the end zone, looked like a completely busted play. And with that happening repeatedly, I got to assume that the coaching staff is drawing up a heck of a game plan to continue to get those receivers wide open in the end zone like that. Second in the power rankings, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, 2-time defending champions, off to a 3-0 start. They got rid of Andrew Harris in the offseason, but they still look quite strong. Number 3 in the power rankings, the Calgary Stampeders, won 3 Grey Cups since 2008. They have been the most dominant team in the CFL over the last decade. They're looking good once again. Number 4 in the power rankings, the Saskatchewan Roughriders, off to a 2-1 start. They looked great until last week when they got blown out by Montreal. They have a chance to avenge that this week. We'll see how that goes. Number 5, the Toronto Argonauts. This team was stacked with talent. They picked up Andrew Harris from Winnipeg in the offseason. They're off to a 2-1 start. They're first in the East, but they gave up 44 points in a loss to the Lions last week. Next up on the list, the 6th-ranked team, the Montreal Alouettes. Just 1-2 on the season, but both of the losses were close. And as I mentioned, they blew out Toronto last week. They blew out Saskatchewan last week, so they're looking a little bit stronger. Now we get into the nitty-gritty of these winless teams. And the number 7 ranked team, the Ottawa Red Blacks, formerly known as Rough Riders, 0-2. Their losses have been close. They've got a new quarterback, Jeremiah Massaoli. He's thrown for 711 yards in 2 games, so a little bit of an improvement at the quarterback position. Still winless, though. And then the Hamilton Tiger Cats on the 8th ranked team, 0-3. But they've had a tough schedule. They've played Calgary, Winnipeg, and Saskatchewan. So we can look forward to them improving on that 0-3 record as they face easier teams. And then the last ranked team, 0-3, the Edmonton Eskimos. They gave up 59 points in a loss to BC in week 1. They were, if not the worst, one of the worst teams in the CFL last year. They don't appear to have improved at all. And they are at the bottom of the list. So there you go. That's the CFL power rankings.
Jesse Schul, guys. That's not bad for improvising, Jeff. I got to tell you that. That's really good stuff, Jesse. You're amazing. I appreciate that. Let me ask Eric and Jeff real quick. Do either of you do, Eric, do you do CFL at all?
No, I haven't dipped my toe in CFL whatsoever, but based on having 8 teams and be able to rank them pretty quickly, maybe it's something I gotta get my eye on soon.
Absolutely. Jesse's piqued my curiosity. Jeff, how about you? Any interest in the CFL?
Yeah, I haven't been. I just found out the Ohio reference back to the BC team too at the quarterback position. So like Eric said, a limited amount of teams, something to
interesting stuff. It is interesting stuff, Jeff. I always make a joke about the CFL only because I dismiss it. It's easy for me to make a joke about things on the air because you know why, guys? I dismiss it. I stick with the big 5, the things I'm good at. But that doesn't mean you can't make money with that. Follow Jesse Schul with the CFL because every year he is the top or right around the top in CFL in rankings. And I love it. While you have the floor, Jesse, I know you're doing some great work over at Sports Memo. I believe you won another free play yesterday, if I'm not mistaken here. But can you tell us what you're doing on the premium side tonight? I know you're a featured $2 Tuesday capper. Tell everybody the premium stuff that you got. And then I know you have another free winner for everyone tonight. Jesse, please take it away.
Absolutely. Well, it's $2 Tuesday. My $2 Tuesday play will be a 4-star selection, and that's testing an 18 2-1 run. That's 90% with plays rated 4-star or higher over the last 21, and that's pretty solid, I got to say. And what else do I got going on? I got NFL futures, season win totals, long shot to win the Super Bowl, long shot to win the MVP, and a division winner, and those are all available at Sports Memo as well. And let's get into that best bet for the show today. Joey, I think you had the Red Sox yesterday. The Red Sox were one of my premium plays yesterday. They ended up losing 7-2 to the Blue Jays. It was a bit of a throwaway game with that rookie pitcher going, but they're still one of the hottest teams in baseball. I like the Red Sox today. They've won 16 of their last 21 road games. Michael Wacha is going for Boston, 6-1, 2.34 ERA. He allowed 3 runs on 11 hits, striking out 12 in 11 1/3 innings in back-to-back wins over Detroit and St. Louis in his last 2 starts. On the other side for the Blue Jays, you got Ross Stripling, 4-2, 3.08 ERA. Stripling's been good. No complaints about him. The only criticism is he does not go deep into ball games. You're happy with 5 or 6 innings out of Stripling, and that opens it up for the Jays bullpen, and the Jays bullpen has struggled this season. The Jays are just 3-7 in their last 10 versus right-handed pitchers. Boston is the hot team that's hitting the ball better. Getting them as a dog on the run line here seems like a bargain to me. I'll take Boston plus 1.5.
Sports fans, she's doing great work over multiple sport leaderboards at Sports Memo. Jesse Schul says the Red Sox plus 2.5. You know, Jesse, we always talk about the American League East. It's the only division in baseball that sports 4 winning teams. What you don't realize, and me and you talked about this yesterday, I believe, on one of the shows we did, how the Orioles, and I'm going to talk about them in a minute, their only sin seems to be that they're in the American League East. Any other division, they could be a 500 or better team. But a game and a half separates Boston, Toronto, and Tampa Bay. But certainly going into the All-Star break with momentum is going to help any team come the second half of the season. And Boston right now, 10 games over 500. They've won, 8 of the last 10? They're playing very good baseball right now, Jesse.
Absolutely. I mean, Boston's making some noise, but I don't think anybody's catching those Yankees. I think you're safe, Joe.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. I do expect them to go let down here and there. What was funny, we did talk about this yesterday. They had a day, they went hitless, and then they had a day where they weren't scoring. And right away, all the naysayers say, oh, they're done. Guys, when your offense is scoring over 5 runs a game and your pitching staff ranks 1, 2, or 3 on any given day, I think they're second in the league right now. You're going to pile up victories. But what did impress me today in our very own Las Vegas Review Journal, guys, Yankees rallied to beat the A's for the 23rd comeback win. This is something they weren't doing in recent seasons, coming back and winning. They're always going to hit home runs, but their pitching wasn't sustaining late in the game. They weren't coming back. They're a very good team. Thank you, Jesse. Good breakdown. Guys, go over to Sports Memo. Jesse's doing great work. He is a $2 Tuesday featured capper. Guys, I'm going to tell you, 20 or 200 will be worth it to buy Jesse's information. But for $2, it is a steal. Go over and follow Jesse today. Let's go over to Jeff Michaels, who's doing great work over at Sports Memo. He's on multiple sport leaderboards. He's doing great work. And, he's doing great work here on this show and the MLB Full Count Show. Guys, he's just putting out tons of free winners. And if his free plays are winning, what do you think his premium plays are going to do for you? Let him tell you what he's got going on tonight on the premium side. I know he's very excited about that $2 Tuesday. No, I'm sorry. He is not a $2 Tuesday guy. Eric is. Sorry. Foot and mouth. I'll tell you that. He's very excited. He told me before the show about something he posted on the premium side. Let him tell you about that. Then let him give you his free play. Jeff, take it away, please.
Yeah, well, I'm always excited about $2 Tuesday, even if I'm not $2 Tuesday. But On the premium side, I still got a big one up for you today. I had my eye on a baseball game, and it ended up being a 5-star game of the week for you today. So I'm on a 75% run on my MLB plays of 5 units or higher, 21 of the last 28. We've walked away with the win. So I got another big one for pennies on the dollar up there today, under $10 for that big 5-unit play. But check out the other guys on the $2 Tuesday too. But when it comes to today's free play, I'm looking at the Phillies over Atlanta. I mean, there were reports that Acuna couldn't put much of any pressure on his foot following that foul ball, and there's concerns among the team that he really could end up on the IL again. And Atlanta's already lost 6 straight games as an underdog, and they're just 1-7 in Charlie Morton's last 8 road starts against teams over 500. Morton's got an ERA of 5.63 on the road this season, and the team's just 2-5 in those 7 starts. And at night, his ERA is over 6. Morton's put up a pretty good record, but he's a lot of runs, and against Wheeler and potentially without Acuna. And if you do have him, you definitely don't have him at 100%. They're going to have to put a lot of runs to keep up. I mean, Wheeler snapped a string of 6 consecutive quality starts, but in his last start, that was due more to a lack of run support and some poor defense. Threw 100 pitches to get just 13 outs in the game. But when you look at his last 7, he's 5-1. He's got a 1.67 ERA. And at home this season, his ERA is 1.49 in those 7 starts, and opponents are batting just 188. So the Phillies are 13-3 this season after putting up 8 or more runs, and that's a perfect 7-0 record at home. And they're 14-5 off back-to-back wins in their last 19 games, including a 10-2 record as a favorite. So I like the Phillies, even without a Bryce Harper.
Sports fans, Jeff Michaels, a.k.a. JM Sports, says the Phillies. He's doing great work. And guys, his big games, those high unit releases are just money. Did you say 21 of your last 28, Jeff?
Yeah, 21-7.
Off the charts, guys. Go follow Jeff. He is a winner. I'm telling you right now, he's going to be a guest on the First Family Show as much as we could get him on, because he's just killing it. We want him on. We know you want him on. Go follow him over at SportsMemo. Now, I'm very excited about Eric Pauly, because I don't get him as often as I get Jeff Michaels on the show. He's a rarity here. He's like Ryan Seacrest stepping in to fill in on the morning show with Kelly Ripa. I love him. I'm talking about Eric Pauly, not Ryan Seacrest. But I want you guys to know he's doing great work. He is a $2 Tuesday featured capper today. But, it's always a treat. And, guys, I always talk about this because I am very impressed with his writing. You know Eric Pauly for longer as a writer than he is a capper. He's doing great work on the Wager Talking Sports Memo sites, writing columns. And a lot of the things you see is from Eric. Read who writes it. Read all those liner notes, guys. You're going to find out Eric is the one who pens those. But since he started handicapping, he is killing it. 3, 7, 30, doesn't matter the sport. Hardwood, it doesn't matter if it's on the turf, the grass. He is killing it. He is a featured $2 capper today. He's going to tell you what he's got going on the premium side tonight. Let him tell you what he's got for that $2 play tonight. And he's got another free winner. Eric, take it away.
Yeah, thank you, Joe. I really appreciate that. I mean, I love my Tuesday spot on this show. I know you and Dionne have been dealing with some illnesses the last couple of weeks, so haven't been able to spend enough time with you and the First Lady. But hoping you guys get better and I can continue to keep this spot and keep it going, because it's something more than I love, kicking off Tuesdays on the show, and especially when it's a $2 Tuesday and happens to be featured. But tonight for $2 Tuesday, I have something really special. Over the course of this MLB season, I'm 8-0 on 5% plays of the week. I have a 9th tonight, looking to keep that perfect record intact. Again, an 8-0 run, netting $100 bettors, $4,000 on plays of the week, around one a week, of course, since I've been handicapping, and I'm very excited about that, and also very excited about another free winner I have today. Also, just to mention, even though it's $2 Tuesday for people like myself, Dionne, and Jesse, we also can add additional plays to for our people who are on 3, 7, 30-day passes as well. So this is actually a pick for my clients who are on a daily pass as well, not just on a package. I'm going with the Reds on the money line today at Wrigley Field against the Chicago Cubs. Looking at both these teams, it's the first game of a 3-game series. Both of them are punching above their weight class in their last series. The Reds are coming off a 2-1 series win against the Giants in San Francisco, and the Cubs are coming off a 2-1 series win against the Cardinals in St. Louis. These two teams going head-to-head are tied 2-2. The Reds, as we know, not one of the best teams in baseball. They're 2-8 in their last 10. The Cubs are 5-5 in their last 10. What really intrigues me about this game is the pitching matchup. Luis Castillo is making the start for the Reds. He is, of course, their ace who dealt with injuries earlier in the season. He's 2-4 on the season, and the Reds are just 3-6 in games he started. But he's still boasting very good stats of a 3.71 ERA, more impressively a 3.46 FIP, and a 1.14 WHIP. He has been decent. He has not been, as electric as he has been. But on 525, he pitched against the Cubs at Wrigley, allowed 2 runs on 4 hits in 5 innings, and one of those 3 Reds wins in the games he went out and pitched. But Castillo's actually been better also on the road this year, a 2.7 road ERA, and a 3.06 fielding independent of pitching. The Cubs have a 7.26 OPS at home this season. They are better at home in terms of hitting the baseball, not necessarily winning. So I like Castillo's outlook. And looking at the other side, Keegan Thompson, he's 7-2 this season. He's only made 8 starts. Most of those have come in relief appearances. He's got a 3.10 ERA, a 4.15 FIP, and a 1.15 WHIP. The reason why the Reds are slight underdogs in this game is because Thompson actually is much, much better at home this season. Opponents have a 176 batting average against. He's got a 2.55 FIP and a 0.89 WHIP. But looking at Thompson, he actually struggles big time the first time through a batting order. That FIP goes all the way up to an 8.2 and a 1.87 WHIP, which is really interesting because normally it's the other way around. Hitters settle in the second time through an order. The Reds' offensive stats are not going to, impress anybody, whether it's a home or road split away, lefty-righty split. But in this series, the games have been relatively high scoring. The last time these two teams faced in Cincinnati, the Reds put up a 20 spot. Not saying they're doing that today, but I think as a slight underdog with their better pitcher, they have the better pitcher on the hill. Divisional game, I'm going with the Reds on the money line.
Sports fans, he is winning. He is killing books and taking it. Paulie to take the Reds on the money line. Go over SportsMemo right after the show. Get his big winner for $2. He's just doing great work. Great breakdown as usual, Eric. Your analyses are just top notch. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with them, and I love reading your columns that you put up on the SportsMemo Wager Talk brand. So thank you for that, guys. Everybody's going to be sticking around. We're going to get closing thoughts and comments from Jesse, Jeff, and Eric in a moment. Now that my voice is starting to come back a little bit, you may want to adjust the volume on your PC, your tablet, or your phone because I am excited about today, my friends. I won again yesterday on the premium plays on the diamond to extend my hot streak, 11-3 the last 14 days. That's right, 78 points and run in which $100 bettors are up $3,237. Today we continue to beat your book as I have my coveted MLB home run play. They are on a 44-18 run. Get on this proven money maker, make your money, and hit a home run. I have it available right now at SportsMemo for just $7. I like doing that. Now, I had a rare free play drop yesterday. Favor the flavor, folks, because today we start another free play win streak. Today's free winner, I'm excited about, takes place in the American League matchup at T-Mobile Park for Game 2 of the series between the Orioles and the Mariners. My friends, Baltimore took Game 1 of the series yesterday 9-2, handing Seattle their second consecutive loss. It seems that the Orioles' only sin is perhaps being in the most competitive division in all of baseball. The AL East possesses 4 teams. Wow, that was a great one. 4 teams with winning records, and yet Baltimore is still only 5 games under 500. If this team was in any other division of baseball, not only would they be over 500, I think they might even be a contender. All right, they've won 5 of the last 6 outings as their lineup has certainly heated up, and their pitching staff has been stellar. Dean Kremer, Robbie Ray scheduled today. Each have looked very sharp over the last 3 turns. However, Ray, in his 6 career starts against the O's, owns a whopping ERA of 5.34. This, along with the fact that the M's bats have been stifled the last 2 games, accounting for a total of 3 runs, prompts me to take the doggy here with enormous value. Baltimore, 5-1 the last 6 on grass, 5-1 the last 6 versus teams with a losing record, 5-2 the last 7 versus lefties. I'm taking the O's here, plus 160. I like them to win. Let me bring everybody else back on here, guys. This is a great, great panel today. You know, we make jokes about Eric and Jeff being half Jesse and my age, but, you know, you're getting 4 different documented winning cappers with 4 different angles. And guys, trust me, no matter who you choose, I want you to choose all of us. But no matter who you choose, go over to SportsMemo, choose somebody. Somebody on this panel is tailor-made just for you. Don't forget, guys, that we have some great discounts. $2 Tuesday, Dionne, Jesse, and Eric. Guys, you get all 3 of their big winning plays for $5. We would love it if you went to the SportsMemo YouTube channel. We need your help. We want to hit that milestone of 5,000 subscribers. We can't do it without you. We're going to run down today's free plays. Let's go to Jesse Shule. Jesse, what did you have for everybody today?
I got the Red Sox on the run line in Toronto.
Jeff Michaels.
Phillies minus the 115.
Your handsome young man, Eric Pauly.
Cincinnati Reds on the money line. Give me that plus money.
I'm so jealous of him with that haircut, man. And your sexy and savory coach has the Orioles plus 160. Before we sign off out of here, let's get some closing thoughts for our Tuesday show. Let's go reverse. Jeff, let's go with Eric first. Eric, closing thoughts.
Yeah, something that I really want to mention as well is that we're talking Canadian football to start. The NFL season, as Joe was mentioning earlier, preseason is a great time to find some great value. NFL season's right around the corner. It really, truly is. I have 2 of my, I normally end around 4 or 5 season win total, team totals for the season. I have 2 of them already uploaded to SportsMemo, so you could take a look at some of the picks that I have for team win totals. I'll, of course, have some other long shot props as well as we get closer. I'm still doing some analysis on that. But football season's here. We love betting the pigskin, and I already have some offerings ready to go, so take a look at that as well.
I love it. Let's go to Jeff Michaels. Closing thoughts or comments. It's Tuesday, buddy.
Yeah, funny enough, I was going to say it too. I got my eye on some big team totals that I'm ready to drop here shortly as we head into what is almost the MLB All-Star break now. So got some good football deals ready to save and some awesome deals over at SportsMemo for action that you can take advantage of now too. So go check it out and get yourself some winners for this Tuesday.
That's great stuff. Let's go to my co-host this week. He's my temporary wife. And by the way, he does snore. I love him. You love him. Jesse Shule. Jesse, closing thoughts and comments for today.
Well, Eric and Jeff, I will see your team totals, and I will raise with a long shot to win the Super Bowl and a long shot to win the MVP, all wrapped up in my NFL futures package. Get it now at SportsMemo.
My friends, don't forget it's $2 Tuesday. Dionne, Jesse, and Eric, all 3 cappers, just $5. Head on over to SportsMemo for more information about daily picks, season-long packages, promos, and plenty more. Guys, it's that time. We're going to sign off. Tune in every day this week for some very special guests and tons of free winners. On behalf of SportsMemo, Jesse, Jeff, Eric, and us. This is the first Sunday of Las Vegas. And don't forget to subscribe and comment, folks. We want to hit 5,000. We want to do it yesterday. Help us get it by the weekend. This is Joe D'Amico. Good luck and have a winning day.